I'm amazed that there are not more motorcycle accidents, y'all. It's just crazy. But anyway, you know, let me see. It is what it is. Well, I have with me about 2 pounds of pasta. Terry loves sausage of pretty much any kind. So, I made the sauce with plenty of onions. He likes onions like I like sugar. So I put plenty of onions in there for him, and green pepper and sausage. And that's how I made the sauce. And then I took the spaghetti and I broke it up fairly small. So it'll be much easier for him to eat than, you know, long strands of spaghetti, which would be easier for me to eat too. Okay. It was easier for me to eat. I think it's Thursday, y'all. So Jerry brought Toby over early this morning. And did I just say, I hope I said Jerry brought Toby over. I can't be sure. Anyway, he dropped Toby off because he was taking his mom to the knee doctor. I guess she's going to have a knee replacement. But anyway, Toby and Lily are they're like wild animals out in the jungle. I've been sitting on the couch some because the chair that I got that matches it, I don't know, y'all, it's not comfortable for my sciatica. And I gave my recliner to Terry, which I told him, do not get rid of that chair. If for some reason you decide you don't want it in your living room, it comes back to me. But anyway, I was sitting on the couch and I was kind of leaning over on my elbow. I'm sorry, y'all. Is this a thing now that when I make a video while I'm driving, it makes me sleepy? I mean, it's only 2. Oh. It's coming on 3 o'clock. I haven't had, you know, any caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I haven't been to Starbucks in, I can't even remember when. And I don't drink soda very much. So 3 o'clock, that's kind of nap time in that area. If I can manage to be on my feet and stay on my feet until about 4 or 4:30, then I do pretty good. So I just put out a video having to do with the yard. And you know from that video that I really need to take a bath and some bug spray, and I need to get out there and at least get the vinca planted. But back to the spaghetti. This will do him. I made a big pot of it, and I brought him a big bunch. That'll do him for 2 meals with the vegetables. And then I have another container that they can put in the freezer. Now, his roommate is a vegetarian. She's a beautiful, I say young, I don't know how old she is. She's not in her 20s, but I mean, she's young to me. A beautiful Asian lady, and she's got, of course, beautiful black hair, and it's all down her back. And so, duh, I'll get used to it though. I did not make spaghetti without the sausage, which I should have done. I could have taken some out, and this is always a challenge, y'all, but if I'm quick, I saw a parking place right up there. Anyway, I'll get used to it when I'm cooking to do part of it without meat, so that, you know, they can share meals together. But I'm going to try and cook for him a couple of times a week. Now, he also, one of his favorite things, I don't want to be out in the street here. One of his favorite things was when I made boneless country pork ribs in my Instant Pot. He reminds me every once in a while of them. Well, I got some bone-in pork chops. I don't know what kind you call them. And some, oh, good grief, y'all, barbecue sauce. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do them in the Instant Pot or not. Probably because it's too hot to slow cook them in the oven, which is what I really like to do. I like to put them in a one of those big pans and just stick it in the oven and just let it cook for hours, and the pork is just falling apart. And mashed potatoes. So I probably will use my Instant Pot because it's going to be it's just going to be in the high 80s again this week. And it was supposed to be cooling off. But anyway, I am here, and he has messed up the television again. Now, what I mean by that is he just cannot work the remote. And since his roommate works part-time jobs, she's not always there. So if he screws up the remote, I'm not going to come over here every time he does that, y'all. If you know what the answer to that is, please let me know. Now, I've got big old fat fingers too, y'all, like a man. And that, I can't text. I couldn't text. It's like, boink, 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 boink. It'd take forever. Be a lot of happy people. They wouldn't be hearing so much from me. But anyway, I know that they make remotes that are big. You know, the buttons are really big. So I'm going to see if I can find one of those that will work with his television and with Cox. And somebody was telling me, maybe it was his roommate, somebody was telling me that they covered up the buttons somehow with tape or something that they didn't use. And so it was less likely that they would screw it up. But I'm going to look for one and see what we can do, because the only time really I ever saw Terry upset is when we didn't have cable. That happened 2 times, and he was like a bear. But you'd be that way too if that's all you did for entertainment. You don't read, you don't put puzzles together, you don't, you don't do any of that stuff. You depend on your television. So I totally get that. But anyway, I'm here. I better get up there and fix the TV. And while I'm there, I will look it up and see maybe if Best Buy or somebody's got a good remote that will be easier for him to use. So y'all, I love you. We have 40 days, including today, 40 days for people to get it together and vote. Your vote counts. We need everyone to vote. And, you know, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I guess you'd call me a heathen. I'm that too, but I guess an independent, you know. But it's important. I spent 20 minutes with a young man, you know, when I got groceries a few weeks ago, and we were talking about the issues and everything. And I told him, I said, sweetie, I know you're young, and when you're young, you think this stuff doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect you, but it really does. So I hope everybody is going to vote. It doesn't matter who you are, who you vote for. It's just important. And I hope we have just an amazing voter turnout this time. And y'all know, with this pandemic, I mean, I personally could not stand in line for hours. I couldn't even do that at the DMV. I couldn't do it. And so, you know, there are a lot of people, not just seniors, but disabled people, people who have been in accidents. You cannot stand in those long lines. Now, if I was able to, I would. Maybe if I couldn't do the mail-in, which I am doing, I would take a little cot, you know, one of those little camp cots, and my phone, and I would just have to inch my cot forward, you know, 6 feet when the line moved, and I would read a book or something. You know, I mean, but everybody needs to vote. And everybody's vote needs to count. Everybody. Well, we'll talk about this another time. I don't want to get political and get people's, you know, panties in a wad anymore. That's not a good thing. And I'm sorry about that, y'all. But just talk about how, and I don't care how many times somebody explains it to me, and Jerry has tried, but this head is so thick. It's unbelievable. And this electoral votes and college votes or collegiate or whatever all that is ridiculous. I mean, I don't get it. Everybody vote. The votes get counted. A decision is made. I just don't get all this stuff. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's no need in that. I think we need, if I were to get president, I think I'll run next time. If I were to be president, that might be the very first thing, besides doing for the homeless people, that I would do is change that, simplify that, make it easy for people to vote. I mean, it's just mind-boggling, and I cannot be the only person in America that does not get all that. I can't be. Please, Lord, let me not be the only one. I gotta go, y'all. Terry just called me, and I declined his call. So anyway, do something fun today. I'm going to spend some time with Terry and Mariah, and please be safe. Love you. Talk to you later.